It's story time!
Well, the day's been long and the world's gone wild, so pull up a stool and stay a while. Doc's got a drink and a story to share, with headlines, hot takes, and zero cares. It's Drinks with Doc, where the beer flows free, talking about the world and what it means to be pop culture, sports, and a bit of the news. Just Doc and his thoughts, maybe some brews. So raise your glass and kick off your shoes. It's Drinks with Doc, and we've got nothing to lose.
And hello. So how's everyone doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. Hey, Miss Ray, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I am doing splendid. 2 weeks from vacation, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going to Oregon.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful where you're going. You'll have a great time. I am positive of that.
Oh yes, I am sure we will have a good time there. And that brings up to my programming note for 2 weeks. My game plan is to do a live show on July 5th from Oregon at 7 p.m. local time. So basically 7 p.m. Oregon or Pacific Standard Time.
So
So-
normal time then.
Yeah, well, yes, because I'm there, it's normal time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do see that my tiny chihuahua life did say hi to me, so I want to make sure I say hey. And I also saw that Panel First, and actually Panel First was in the chat really early. I'm talking about around 11 o'clock this morning. my time.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's it going? And then Greg Johnnick, but Greg missed out on being number one just today by a few hours. So it's good to see these guys, and
That is.
yes, and of course as the show gets going, more and more will start popping in, and we can have a really good conversation. So like I said, tonight I'm doing Busch Light Peach Beer as my adult beverage of the evening. Something kind of light, refreshing for alcoholic beverages.
Did you say peach?
Peach,
Peach beer.
yes.
Huh. That's an
Yes.
interesting concept.
Well, I mean, it works. It's a little sweeter than beer itself, and I feel like it's kind of for an alcoholic beverage, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, I mean, truthfully, you shouldn't drink alcohol if you're dehydrated. You really need to drink water. 'Cause
Yeah.
alcohol will dehydrate you more. But there is something about after getting a little bit rehydrated, having a peach beer.
Were you
Uh,
dehydrated today, or is that why you bring it up? Or
well, no, I think it's, to me, it's more of a maturity, more of a little bit of a responsibility to just kind of just say, hey, drink responsibly. And one of the things you have to keep in mind is alcohol does dehydrate.
yes, it does with a quickness. Like
Yeah,
nobody's business it will. This way, if it's hot outside, you need to match 1-for-1 drink and
Mhm.
water. So
yes, yes. And I mean, if you're a golfer who likes to go playing golf with a golf cart and have a case of beer, you better add some water with that beer.
oh yeah.
Especially around my neck of the woods.
There was one time. Is Mr. Thomas here, or is he having trouble with the audio?
Well, I hadn't heard him yet, so
Okay, because I didn't want
usually
to
he, he usually has, and there he goes. He goes black.
Yeah, he has trouble at first, but
Yeah.
so yeah, that reminds me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there he is. He is here. He is in the house, and he is speaking.
Can you hear me?
Eh,
Yeah, I can tell when I'm on when my image on the screen just goes black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but I do like that how you're using Saul from the Star Wars Forrest Whitaker. Because I tell you, every time I see him, I think of you.
When you think of him, you think of me.
And every time I see him in Star Wars, like in Andor season 2, something about it makes me think of you.
But not because of how he
Ru-
looks. It's
Well,
Well, I know that, but
well,
I'm still trying to find. I'm
it's the
still trying to
hair.
figure out how
It's the hair.
it's the
yeah,
hair.
how
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I'm
it's
just.
the
Can you
hair.
put two and two together for me, please?
yeah.
Yeah, well, I did. I just did. I put the two and two together. Hey, take it as a compliment, man. Forrest Whitaker is a
Well, yeah, it
talented,
is a
talented actor.
compliment. It is a compliment, Doc. You got your water glass full of alcohol near you today.
Well, see, you missed it. I was describing what I'm drinking. I am drinking a Bush Light, a peach beer.
Peach
A,
beer.
bu- a peach beer.
Peach
Mhm.
beer.
It sounds like you drinking one of them girly beers.
Yes, it is.
I didn't want to say it, but okay.
Yes, it is. Well, but hey, I think I can. I can drink. I think I can drink a girly beer since I drink Scotch straight up.
Is that a beer that the wifey drinks?
No, she gets Stella.
Oh well.
Oh, she drink the hard stuff.
Yeah, it's better than peach beer. I was gonna say, is it like that? You remember, guys? Do you remember that stuff they used to sell? It was called Zima.
Ooh, gross. I remember trying that, and I'm like, ooh, that's nasty. That
They
was.
still sell it in the stores, don't they?
I
I have
don't. I
not.
wouldn't know. I would have no clue.
Truthfully, I've not seen one in like years. I think the last time I saw it was in '90s.
Is it peach beer like that? Is it like a Zima?
No, I don't remember SEMA to being like that. Like I said, there's a little sweetness to it because you can taste a little bit of the peach with it.
I mean, what happened to the days when you could have just get a can of beer and it just had the word beer on the cross of it?
Right.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, you have all kinds of beer. I mean, you have the darker beers like a porter or the stout, and
I mean,
those are my favorite because they're darker, they're more robust, but they also sit heavy. This is remember what I was saying earlier, Ray, about how
I'm
Yeah.
talking about like the Archie Bunker beer.
if you're talking about the Coors, the Budweiser, those type of beers.
But I don't know. It was in a blue and white can. It just said beer. And every
Well,
time he yell at Edith to bring him a beer, she go run across the room like she the road runner.
Yeah.
And she'll go get his beer and bring it back. Oh, Archie. I mean,
He's a beer dingbat. Yeah.
but I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you,
I mean,
I'm gonna just say this. I'm not a big fan of Budweiser. I don't care for Budweiser. I rather get a good. If I'm drinking a beer, most times it's gonna be a dark beer. But like I said, they sit heavy and they're not as refreshing. Today was I want a refreshing beer, so I got the peach beer.
But you got to admit, Budweiser had one of the most successful campaigns ever for beer.
I mean, Budweiser had the
Yes.
Clydesdale, right?
Oh yes.
No, I
They did.
mean the Budweiser frogs.
Oh yeah.
Well, who had the
Budweiser.
Clydesdales?
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Okay, I do remember the Budweiser frogs during the Super Bowl.
And no, I'd never heard of Billy Beer in my teenage wild life.
You never heard of Billy Beer? Jimmy Carter's brother, Billy Beer.
No, no.
Well, we need to hit up David E. Persons. You know he been around forever. He should tell us something about Billy Beer.
Yeah, if he gets on, I will definitely ask him about Billy Beer.
Oh no. I know there was a beer dog called Spuds McKenzie. But
Okay, I'm hearing background. Someone's talking about.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about Spuds McKenzie.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Spuds McKenzie, the commercial and everything. I
Yeah.
wasn't even born in the '70s, and I see,
You weren't
I
born
see
in the
old report.
70s.
No, I came in right. I came in the 80s.
80s. Oh my gosh. I thought
I
you were
just grew up.
my age.
No, I grew up. I grew up in a household that that watched old shows from the 60s and the 70s and everything.
No, I didn't.
That's why I know a lot about things from the 70s and everything.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
I was born in 81. So
Oh, you're
there you
not
go.
that far behind me.
no,
You're still a Gen Xer. So
but just talk about Billy Beer. Basically, was formed in 1977 and closed in '78. I was five when
Yeah,
they closed. I would not know anything about it.
yeah.
So
Billy Bill,
apparently, that's
Jimmy
something we should
Carter's
look.
Jimmy Carter's brother, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember at one time Coors was not in this part of the country.
you're kidding.
Yes. Remember the Smokey and the Bandit
Oh, and Bud
movies,
Light,
the
Yeah.
original one?
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
They were smuggling Coors beer from Texas to Atlanta because at the time, for whatever reason, Coors was not being sold uh, in the eastern part of the country, east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, the reason why I like Smokey and the Bandit was because of the car. That's mostly it.
Well, yeah, that was a sweet ride. I tell you, that was a very sweet ride.
You had Jackie, was it Jackie Gleason who was always trying to catch him?
Oh yeah, uh, yes. Jackie Gleason was the sheriff. Buford T. Justice.
That's a name for you, Buford T. Justice.
Yeah.
Yep, that was his name.
Oh yeah. That and every now and then I see the movie available to watch online, and I have to watch it because I do remember as a kid watching the movie, and I didn't understand what the plot was back when I was a kid. All I know was that Smokey was trying to run away from a bandit. I mean, wait, the bandit was trying to run away from the Smokey, and that was fun. Always a fun movie. Now, number two probably was more toward the kids than number one was.
But
Number two,
what was Sheriff Justice? He the guy that drove the car because Jackie Gleason was in the passenger seat.
no, usually Jackie Gleason was the one that was driving, but his son Junior was the one who was in the passenger seat.
Oh no! I'm thinking about Dukes of Hazard. My bad. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
Dukes of
Yeah,
Hazard.
it's
Dukes of
Dukes of
Hazzard.
Hazzard. Yeah.
Well, no, Enos and Roscoe had their own cars most of the time.
Well, Daisy Duke had a Jeep.
Yeah, Daisy, but her first vehicle was a Roadrunner.
Yeah, the Roadrunner. Then she got a Jeep later on because the Roadrunner was. I think they destroyed the Roadrunner.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
That was Boss Hog, wasn't it?
He was the sheriff in Dukes of Hazzard.
Can you imagine Georgia Transparency dressed as Boss Hog?
No, honestly, I think he would be more of a Buford T. Justice. I mean, think about Boss Hog. He may have been an overweight little guy, but he also had a little bit of class about him too. Just okay. So, out of curiosity, I did ask ChatGPT why was the bandit trying to smuggle Coors beer uh, to in the movie. So basically, Coors beer was not legally available east of the Mississippi River at the time due to a lack of pasteurization and distribution limitations. So Coors beer was not pasteurized and no preservations, no preservatives. So it had to be kept cold and consumed quickly. Because of that, it couldn't be legally shipped a long distance because across state lines without violating laws. In many eastern states, like Georgia, Coors was practically a black market item and highly sought after.
Well, what always confuses me now, that didn't confuse me then because I was a kid, was didn't they have refrigerated trucks?
Probably not as available as they are now.
Okay.
Probably be a best way. I mean, we're talking about when the Smoking Bandit came out, late '70s.
Mhm.
Uh,
I mean,
yes,
they
they probably,
invented ice a long time ago. I'm just saying, it's like seems I don't know.
Well, there were some limitations back then. There were some limitations back then, and I think that because you have to realize it's only about 4 or 5 years afterwards when Coors had started to be transported across over the Mississippi. So let's
Yeah.
ask that question: when was Coors legally allowed to be sold east of the Mississippi?
See, but now chorus beer is served what nationwide and
Oh yeah.
worldwide now,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, 1981. So we're talking about the so so that so in the
Well, they knew Mr. Thomas was being born, and he might want the
yeah,
beer.
yeah. He might want a beer. So the movie
Yeah,
was released in
you can see that.
1977, and the beer was legal in 1981. So if they waited 4 years, then that plot line would have been just destroyed. So and that what's so interesting about it was the idea from the movie came from another Burt Reynolds movie that was filmed in Florida. And I cannot remember the name of it, so please forgive me on it. But apparently, someone had Coors hidden in his trailer at this movie set. But he knows every day that beer was disappearing.
Okay, but what was the sequel of Smokey and the Bandit about? Smokey and the Bandit rides again.
Well, it was just Smoking the Bandit too. I don't think it had a subtitle, but it was about a few years after the after Smoking the Bandit movie. Frog, Sally Field, and Bandit went their separate ways. She decided she's going to go ahead and marry Junior. Bandit kind of fell toward a bottle, and Snowman was contacted by Enos. What was that? What was that? Their Big Enos and Little Enos. He was contacted and said, "Get Smokey, and you guys go pick up this package." They were running for governor, and they were trying. He was trying to get the support of the previous governor. They get to the.
It was an
Oh,
elephant. It was an
I was
elephant.
getting there. I was getting there. There was an elephant that they were transporting. It was an elephant that they were transporting. So, like I said, I think that one
in
was
other
made more
words,
for the kids.
she was trying to tell you to get to the point.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying. I mean, Robert, I assume you did not know anything about the movie, but that is a good movie.
But I knew about the first Smokey and the Bandit, but the second one I too much didn't
Okay.
know about. But all I know is Sally Fields was gorgeous
Oh, back in
though.
the day, she was, yeah, definitely, definitely very, very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful woman back in the day. Uh, but yeah, so the elephant, Dom DeLuise was in that particular one. He played the doctor. Uh, that was a good movie, and like I said, it was made more for the kids. That was the one where you were introduced to Buford T. Justice cousins, who basically one was a Mountie, and what was the other one? Do you remember, Ray?
I'm sorry, what?
The cousins, or was it, or the brothers? I
Wow.
can't even remember what they were. But this is where basically they brought in a bunch of Canadian Mounties and some other law enforcement. I think I don't know, remember who it was, what they were, and they were chasing Bandit in the middle of the desert. And next thing you know, Bandit was see Snowman coming down, looks like just Snowman, and then suddenly a bunch of tractor trailers kind of popped out from behind the Snowman, and they basically ran all the deputy sheriffs off, destroyed a bunch of vehicles. So yeah, It's if you hadn't seen it, you have to go watch it.
Which brothers?
Yeah, I have to go
Which
check it
brothers
out.
are you talking about?
You remember the Buford T? Maybe they're not brothers. Maybe they were some kind of family. But it was Buford. It was Jackie Gleason playing like your cousins or brothers or something.
There were 4 brothers in the movie.
I thought there was just 2, but 3. Hey, Stefan, how's it going?
4.
Hey, not to cut off to cut off the subject, but Ray, did you get the email I
Yes.
sent you about the cat with the
Yeah, and I
camera?
was watching them. That's fantastic. I love it. It's such a great concept to do that because you're right. Like you see it right from their. It's like you're watching them when they're just doing their thing outside. Like I think that's awesome.
I wouldn't mind putting. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind putting a camera on one of my cats. I would like to see what she does.
it would be, to see what the day in the life of a
Uh-huh.
cat.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't, I done seen the cat climb a tree, but I didn't know they could climb a tree that fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They are talented. Cats are very very talented critters. But yeah.
And then in one episode, if you go onto that channel, that YouTube channel, if you go into there, and the man actually have it set up like episode one, season 2, episode 3, and it has a title, and it's one of them you could actually seem like what the main, I guess the cat named Mr. Kitters. It's literally seem like he's having a whole conversation with another
Yep.
cat with his chirps and his meows. I'm like, this is so interesting. I'm like,
It really
Well,
it keeps you interested. You would think it would be boring, but it keeps you
but
interested. Like you could sit for hours and watch that. So it's like, what are they going to do now? It's like, where's
well,
this cat going today? Who's he gonna, run after? Who's he gonna talk to? And it's like pretty crazy how interested I got in it.
oh yeah. I can see that because what I was saying earlier was that me personally, just watching the cats. I mean, I would love to see what one of my cats does. I have 3. One goes outside and she stays outside all day. One goes outside and hangs out for 10, 15 minutes and is ready to come back in. Third never goes outside. So the one that goes outside and stays out all day, I would love to get a camera on her and just see what she does during the day.
Mine, they want to go outside, but we don't let them. They're not outdoor cats,
Well,
you know,
considering that,
you should tell a story that this one lady told her cat that she wanted to go outside, and she told the cat, she said, let me tell you the story about the indoor cat that wanted to be an outdoor cat. So the cat went outside one day. The next thing you know, bam, she was hit by a truck, and that was the end of the story. Now, do you want to go outside?
well, I'm going to tell you, the one that goes out for like 15 minutes, she doesn't even get on the road. She just hangs out in front of the house, sunbathing basically. The other one, the one that actually goes outside, I found her at a gas station. So that part of her, I think, is kind of ingrained in her because I know at least 2 weeks. She spent 2 weeks at a gas station outside the whole time. So it's kind of one of those things I could not break her from. She has to go outside. She has to do her thing. But I noticed one thing: she doesn't go on the road, she stays within 2 or 3 houses from mine. And that's when I put a GPS tracker on her just to see where she was going.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they know where their food is. My cat's so stupid; he thinks he can go out there and hunt canned food, in the bushes.
That is true. Because I know if I let this cat out, the one that goes out and stays outside, by 1 or 2 o'clock, I can open the door and she's ready to come back in.
Yeah.
And if not, 5 o'clock, she's definitely there because that's 5 o'clock's feeding time.
Yeah. I tell them all the time, I'm like, your food is in here. Your treats are in here. They are not out there. You got to go hunt your food out there. And that's not something I think you'd be really good at,
Well, didn't you say that he kind of just showed up at your house?
He hunts his toys.
But didn't he just? I mean, how you got him was he just basically showed up, right?
No, I adopted him out of a shelter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he came back. He was lost for 3 weeks, and he basically came back one day. He just showed up.
Uh, Again, and I bet you really would love to know what he was up to during that 3 weeks time.
I would have loved to because I didn't think that cat was gonna. We would ever see him alive again, especially living in Oregon here with a lot of the wildlife and nature and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, that cat's gone. But I always held out hope. I didn't get rid of his stuff. I'm like, he's coming back.
Right.
So yeah. But he was skinny. Oh my God, he was skinny. He was ratty, just
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, feed me now. So yeah.
He was, he was probably like, I'm ready to go
yeah,
home
he's like,
now.
I've had enough. I don't like I don't like
This
hunting birds. I just want to go get my can of food and be done with this
Mhm.
nonsense.
this this living in the wild is for the
Right.
birds.
Yeah.
But the thing is he keeps trying to go out there, and we're like, stop. I literally keep a squirt bottle by the front door because he's that quick. He's quick.
Well, yeah, you ever thought of put like a little catio, like a little cat,
Oh, where we can't do
patio?
that where we live. It's not. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
I will say this. Yeah. It just I would love to, like I said about my cat, the one that goes out all day. I would love to know what she's up to.
and put a little one of those cameras on her
I
collar.
I think I have to. I think I'm going to have to.
Those videos, man, you put them up, people watch the hell out of those videos.
They sure do. They really because I don't know how many subscribers that channel have, but they have a lot of people watching those
Yeah.
videos.
People are interested. It's interesting. You will go down that hole and like it's 1 o'clock in the morning before you know it, and you're like, oh dang, you know.
Oh, that sounds very, very interesting. Yes, very, very interesting.
Yeah, but Rob, send them the channel
Yeah, Rob, why didn't you send it to me, Rob?
because
I don't know. I don't know. I could hold on. I could probably send it to you now just to see
you're
what's
not
what.
me. That's why.
I don't know why. I didn't think about sending them to Doc because
He does have cats. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah I forgot that he has cats to the one get on his
my
what is it?
keyboard, my desk. They love to start showing up or showing off when they know I'm in a meeting at work or
Yep.
broadcasting. It's like
Yep.
they know exactly what I'm doing, and they know that's the most inconvenient time to do what they're going to do. I had
Yep.
one. I had one while I was in a meeting at work. Decided to jump on my desk and basically stretch in front of the camera, where basically everyone that I was in a meeting with saw my cat's a hole.
Okay, okay, Doc. I just sent you
Here's my
something.
butt. Yeah, my cat does that too. It's like when I start talking and he's like changes, like senses the change in tone or something, and he just has to come over like, show me off. I'm cute. Everybody wants to see me.
I don't see that link.
Don't bother.
Well,
You
Yes.
need to refresh your email because you didn't get mine either.
no, I got his email. Of course, you want to use.
No, it's fine. I understand. It's just
Oh, there it goes. Wait, no, my
It had,
YouTube membership expires soon.
yeah. That's one. I just sent you the channel. Then I sent you the short first. Then I also
Did you
sent you
send it to me
sent you
in
the
text
channel.
or you sent it to me in an email?
I sent you through the email.
Oh, something's going on with my email. It's kind of sluggish today. All right. But hey, with that being said, yeah, cats. I need to see those videos because I think I think that would be cool. As
It
soon as
is.
yeah, as soon as I get that, I'll share the link to in the chat for everyone. Because yeah, if you're an animal lover, where it's you're more of a dog person or a cat person, yeah, come on now, you have to be a little interested in it. Curiosity, at least, right? What does your pet do when you're not around? Didn't they make a movie about that?
About the what about what your cats do when you're
Yeah.
not around. Well, I know they did a movie about what your pets do when you're
Well,
not
cats
around.
included in that, right? Pets. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think Kevin Hart played like the little rabbit
yeah,
or the
yeah. He
bunny
played
or
the bunny,
somebody.
and to me, that was a great movie. I thought that was a fun movie. Speaking of something, now we talked about the pets a little bit about pets movie. I did make the cats think I am awesome. Let me tell you what I did to make my cats think I'm awesome. And Ray, you may want to do the same. I get my laser pointer, and of course they go around, they chase after laser pointer, never catching it. Right? I caught the laser.
You caught the
Yeah, I
laser.
caught.
Oh, yeah, did it.
Well, what I did was I shined it on the floor, put my hand up over it. Of course, cut it off as my hand went over it. Picked up my hand, showed it to my cats, so with the hand closed, and opened my hand and shined the laser on it. One of them was like really amazed with it. Ray, you there?
I am. I
Okay.
Right.
am here.
Oh
So if
no,
you ever want to make your cat think you're awesome, that's what you do.
no. What I used to do when I had my cat, I had like these little, like these little string toys that like the little toy mouse on a stick or something, or or either the little toys that you just throw. They'll throw. Well, my cat, yeah, you actually could. I would actually throw the little toy at him, then he'll go get it and bring it back. I don't know. He must think you're a dog.
Yeah.
Then he actually want me to do it again, throw it and bring it back. He actually we keep doing that forever till my arm get tired.
Hmm.
What Leo does is you'll throw the toy at him. He'll like bat it like he's a baseball player, and then he'll look at you and look at the toy on the floor like you threw it. You come get it. You know.
Oh yes.
Leah, Leah be like, "Are you out your mind?
Yeah. I am not. Oh, bring it to me.
Throwing throwing toys at me?"
Don't throw things at
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, cats got. I mean, dogs can be cute and sweet and lovable, but cats got that personality that just it's like I do what I want to do, whether you like it or not. Yes.
Basically,
Do you guys
basically.
want to hear a really weird, like, it was under the stupid news, but I think it's more like crazy news story that I read about?
What's that
It's
story?
a man found out that he was married without his knowledge.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
That's kind of right.
Because what happened is his ex-girlfriend, they got a marriage license like before, and then they broke up, but she kept stalking him. She kept the marriage license and convinced some pastor somewhere to certify it, and then she filed it.
Oh my gosh! Talk about
Wow.
and
Yeah,
guess who's in the house?
so then he found out because she was stupid enough. She sent him like this care package or something, like a stalker care package. And inside she put a copy of the marriage certificate in there.
Oh man,
So they
that's
arrested her. Yeah, she got arrested for like felony stalking and all this other stuff. And she's going to go to jail for a bit because that's. Can you imagine that somebody does that to you and then you have to go do a whole ass divorce because like some crazy person did that?
Well, it shouldn't be a divorce. You should be able to be annulled
Right.
before you get
Right, but he
divorced,
still has
right?
to go through that whole stupid process of I'm sure
Yeah,
they would give it to him, because of the circumstances, but like
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
I would be
Oh my,
pissed. I would be pissed.
yeah. Oh
Like,
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, Hezekiah.
Hello, how are
"Hi,
you?
Hey.
hello."
How you doing? I
Hey.
was just thinking about you earlier, Doc, because I had something very bad happen to me.
Oh, what's wrong with it? What happened?
I was doing the dishes and I accidentally dropped my Doc Laneau mug.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh, shattered all over the place.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, but it was a great mug and I was using it. That's why I dropped it because I was using it. Thank you.
Was it that was it that huge mug that you be drinking out of on
No, that would
on the
be
live
from
stream in the morning?
Uncle Artie.
Are you sure it was it wasn't
Oh.
an are you sure it was an accident though?
What? What? No, of course. Who
You
used that
you
voodoo doll?
sure you sure yeah, you sure Voodoo didn't do it?
Yeah, he might have too. He's the one that put the extra soap on it to make it super slippery. I knew it.
Ah, that sounds like voodoo. That
Oh
sounds
man.
like voodoo. Yes, it does. So I meant to ask earlier, what is everyone drinking? See, I probably describe myself drinking a Bush Light peach beer.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
In case you haven't noticed, he said a peach beer. So basically, he's drinking one of his beers wifey
Oh
had.
no. Oh
not doing my,
Water.
I'm not doing my usual Scotch thing tonight.
Water.
Yeah, yeah. I know you would be drinking water, Gray. Mr. Thomas, you
I'm
probably drinking Budweiser.
I'm actually I no I'm actually drinking a A&W cream
Mm.
soda,
Oh my god, that's delicious stuff, man.
So
especially over some vanilla ice cream.
Have you had I don't know, I forget who makes it. I know Dr. Pepper made one and I think A&W also made one where Dr. Pepper mixed with cream soda.
Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper made that.
Okay,
Dr.
yeah,
Pepper has
because
that.
oh god, when I had that, I was like, this is must be what heaven's like because
And the thing about it is, when you drink a diet Dr. Pepper, it don't even taste like a diet
no,
soda.
neither does Diet Mountain Dew.
no, no, yeah,
No,
I
it
don't
No,
doesn't.
do
but
like that Diet Mountain Dew.
the problem with those is I get such a migraine from Mountain Dew. The Diet Mountain Dew gives me a like it's instant almost. It's crazy.
So Hezekiah,
You know, and like everybody has to drink coffee in the
No,
morning. I have to drink me like either a Mountain Dew or a Pepsi early in the
yeah,
see,
morning.
I'm a
same.
monster guy in the morning.
Well, does it speed up when you tell a story when you're just woke up then, or?
Yeah, that actually gets me going in the day, in the morning. I only drink one a day.
Yeah, but I'm like you, Mr. Thomas. I can't. I'm not coffee in the morning. I'm like a Coke or Pepsi type. Like,
Yeah, I got to have something that wires me. And if you think heads be wired in the morning,
Yeah,
right.
because when I first seen Heads' live stream, I'm like, why is this dude so wired early in the morning?
some
I
of
mean,
us,
early
some
in the
of us are
morning.
early birds. We're morning people. We do better
It's
in the morning than we do later in the day.
it's like a newscaster. They're not that chipper in the morning. It's just what you're seeing on camera.
Yeah, you should see me before I go on the air. I'm like staring down at the floor, like, oh no, no. Then I click go
Just
live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show.
yeah, he's got to pull himself up to the desk. Like, oh god.
It's like when I get up in the mornings, like when I get logged in to go to work at 8 o'clock in the mornings, I do more between 8 and 12 than I do between 1 and 5.
What are you, the army? I mean,
No, I mean, I'm an early bird. I'm up at 4:30
oh
most
god.
mornings. I go to the gym. I used to eat breakfast in the morning, but I'm starting intermittent fasting, so and it seems to be working for me. So I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat until after 12 most days. And yeah, but at 8 o'clock when I log in, I'm usually on fire getting things done.
Fired up.
Can you mute yourself if you're gonna like fart, Doc? I mean, come on.
That was not a fart. That was the door. That was my chair.
You sure about
I'm
that?
very sure
Are
about
you sure
that.
about
think-
that? Are you sure about that?
I think the peach beer is messing with your stomach.
No, it's not messing with my stomach.
All right.
It could have been that huge ribeye he had for dinner because Doc, he loves a ribeye steak and also a baked potato and maybe some what is it, Brussels
Oh God.
sprouts.
Oh.
Actually, I'm more of a broccoli guy than Brussels sprouts.
Oh God. Fucking Brussels sprouts. Oh my God.
And yeah, I'm more of a broccoli guy.
My sister made these chicken and cheese meatballs for dinner that were extremely excellent.
That sounds good. Let me see, hold on. Let me see. Out of the three, let me see. Can I guess? Okay, I think Ray is a T-bone steak type of person.
No. Nope. Wrong cut.
I think Doc is like I said, is a ribeye,
Ribeye.
and Hez, I would say filet mignon with the bacon wrapped
Man, I'll
around.
eat the whole damn cow, man.
See,
I
there you
actually
go.
prefer New York strip.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
But I
Well,
will
I'm
eat
gonna
a T-bone. I mean, I'm not picky. I'll eat a T-bone. I'm like,
tell you what.
just give me a part of the cow and I'm good.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't argue if you said okay, I got steak for you and it's a sirloin. I'm not gonna be mad about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's steak.
Yeah, yeah. You tell me you got part of the cow for me and it's brisket. Yeah, if it's done right, we're good.
no. See, for my steak, I either got to have it either well done or
Done well.
just have a little, yeah, or just a little bit of pink in the middle. That's
Yeah.
probably about it. I don't see how I don't see how anybody can eat their steak rare. I'm like, that doesn't look
Like when
done.
they do the oh gosh, what's that stuff called? The prime rib. And
Oh,
Yeah,
they
prime
throw it
rib.
on your plate, still going moo, and you can't ask for it to be like medium well or anything because they're like, no.
No, that's how you eat prime rib.
I mean,
That is a good way to eat prime rib.
But ugh.
they were like, excuse me, I tried to cut this steak and it moved at me.
Yeah, exactly. I do not want a live cow on my plate.
But I'm gonna tell you, brisket is always a good when it's done properly.
You just like rubbing meat, that's all.
Yeah, I love to rub my meat.
You know,
I do love rubbing my meat.
I'm not going to even comment on that. That's too
Yeah, it
easy.
is. Well, he leaves himself open. I have to. It's like law. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's law. If you don't want to have the person hit the home run on you, don't pitch the ball.
Yeah.
If
So
you don't want them busting through the door, don't crack it.
yeah, because you know me, I'll come through there like the Kool-Aid woman. I'll be like boop, all over that. I don't care.
So, but yeah, you could just yell, "Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah."
Step into a Slim Jim.
See, what the thing is though, she won't be the red Kool-Aid man. She'll be like the purple kind.
Yeah, exactly.
They say, they say, just say grape, but in my household, say what flavor Kool-Aid you want? The purple
Purple. It was
kind.
purple, not grape. Yeah.
Yeah. Purple.
You just say purple, and then they say, "Do you well? Can I get red? Okay, we have strawberry, cherry, just
Red.
red."
I don't care. Yeah.
Was it strawberry or was it cherry?
Take your pick.
It was
It's just
red.
red.
Take
Yeah.
your pick. They both was good.
It's just red. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, what flavor was it? What was it supposed to be?
Then Then they brought on Tropical Punch later. I'm like, nobody don't want
I
Tropical
like Tropical
Punch.
Punch.
Just the
Of course you do. You drink peach beer.
What's wrong with peach beer? Have you ever had it?
no, but just the sound of it make it sound,
Yeah.
girly.
So girly.
Well, that's why I think you would.
I mean,
That's
like-
why I think you would enjoy it.
No, it's just like I said when I was on Headstream Friday. I was at, Doc has a steel in his backyard,
Hey,
and he has
hey, be
he
quiet.
has a water glass full of
revenuers. Be quiet. Be quiet.
he has a water glass full of
No,
moonshine.
it's a mason jar. Mason jar, man. You don't serve moonshine in anything but a mason jar. I mean, hey, Hezekiah knows about all that, right?
Moonshine in a mason jar. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they sell it here with the. My favorite is the one where it's with cherries, and I like to scoop the cherries out and then eat the cherries. They sell it at the store. You could buy it. It's called moonshine, but I don't think it actually is. That's just the brand name. But they serve it in mason jars.
Mm-hmm. They're capturing that image of what moonshine is. And the reason why the moonshine is known as moonshine was because back when they were distilling it.
They have to do it at night when the moon shines.
Yeah, at night with the moonshine. Yes.
Speaking of things that are sold in stores, Hez, you grew up in Chicago.
Yes.
Do you remember the Moo and Oink commercials?
I used to work at the Ham and Egger or the Steak and Egger, and we got all of our supplies from Moo and Oink.
Okay, so you've seen the
Moo
commercials.
and Oink.
Moo and Oink. You've seen the commercials, right?
Yeah, that's where the song.
Okay.
Moo and Oink.
All right, because we were talking about that earlier today, and I looked up the commercial on YouTube. I still laugh. laugh. You guys need to look it up. This is what we grew up with in Chicago, like late night commercial wise. Was a store called Moo and Oink, and their commercials were a dancing cow and a dancing pig.
Moo and Oink.
Moo and
That's
Oink.
right.
Because they only served meat, beef, and pork.
Yep.
Moo and Oink.
It was strictly meat. That's all they did. And yeah, it was Moo and Oink.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember it was a trip down memory lane there because wow.
Hang on 1 second. I'm just getting something ready.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
What?
Okay.
What are you gonna have us doing now?
Well, I'm going to have you guys being tortured here.
So
Okay.
Hez, you broke your mug.
Yes.
you broke
No, it was very depressing.
Let me know if the audio works.
No, it does not. And you
Dang
need
No, we can't
you
hear
need
it.
the audio with that.
Okay, hang on. Let me try to fix that. All right, let's do this.
All four of us, since he called it drinks with Doc, all four of us, we sit in the pub like they do on Family Guy.
I'm sorry, what about Family Guy?
I said all four of us could be sitting in the pub like on Family Guy.
Mom, Lois, Mom, Lois.
Mommy.
My favorite episode of Family Guy when he made Saggy Nanny or somebody. But yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
did
about.
that to Minnie Hez the other day, and he got so mad at me. I ran in the room. I'm like, Minnie Hez. He's like, what? I'm like, dude. He's like, what? I'm like, dude. He's like, what? I love you. And then I ran out.
Let me know if this works.
No.
So no audio. I don't get it. I had to use, for whatever reason, Restream's not working with Chrome. So I went to Mozilla, and it's worked working with Mozilla, but there's features on it that just doesn't seem quite right. So I'm gonna have to figure this one out. So, oh well.
I mean, the commercial looked pretty funny, with a dancing cow and a
Well,
dancing
the commercials
pig.
were hilarious.
Well, I definitely will check it out. So if you're out there watching us and curious what it is, just go to YouTube and type in "Moving a Week Chicago commercial" and check it out.
So is that place still around today?
Does Moo and Oink still exist? That's a good question. I'm sure it
No,
does.
I don't. There is one store that they reopened.
Okay.
They did do a chapter 7, but they probably got bought. The name got bought or something. Because now there's a new one on Armitage.
They went bankrupt in 2011. The original.
Yeah.
Yeah, September 2011 and December 2011, Best Chicago Meat Company bought the Moon Oink brand. So they kept for $530,000, but didn't purchase the actual store real estate, meaning the physical shop stayed closed. Okay, so they are there. They did no Moon Oink is not operating in retail stores anymore. Yes, the brand lives on through its popular meat products in supermarkets. So it's in supermarkets, but not their own stores. Okay.
Yep. I never did shop there. It wasn't in my neck of the woods, so I never did.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's the value of finding a good butcher shop, though. A place that's all they do is meats.
Yep.
Because there's certain cuts that you're just not going to get from a grocery store, or you can, but you really have to. You have to tell them ahead of time before you're ready to cook it. Like pork belly, so when you can find pork belly, but what a lot of the grocery stores do around my area is pre-slice it into like almost a thick cut strip of bacon. It's not actual bacon, but that's not what they do. They slice it to like a thick cut strip. And if I want mine sliced to be about around half to 1 inch wide, because I'll smoke it, season up the pork belly, smoke it, and then put it in my barbecue sauce and smoke it some more, and then serve it over rice. So that is some real.
Oh,
Oops.
jeepers.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever that was, really, that was
Oh,
loud.
My,
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I didn't have my volume full blast on my headphones.
my ears. Yeah.
I had no idea that was also where you guys could hear it. I'm sorry.
I mean, that was really loud.
It was.
Let
Yes,
me-
it was.
I'm gonna
It
turn
was
my
the bass
volume
drop from the Harlem Shake.
But yeah, so they're having a butcher shop that so you can get those specialty type of meats on more of a regular basis. It was good. Or you just have to know what now. It's hit and miss with grocery stores. I know certain grocery stores that sell certain cuts more so than the other grocery stores. Speaking of meats and cows and stuff, have any of you guys ever tried cheek, cow's cheek meat?
absolutely not. No.
I've had
A cow's cheek
Yes.
meat. I'm gonna have to say no.
Okay, so it's very, very tender, very, very tasty. But you do it like in like something similar to like a pull type of meat. So I've done it to make it like into taco meat,
Ah.
and it's like I said, it's really, really tender. It's really, really tasty. There's a lot of fat to the cheek muscle on
I'm
the
gonna
cow.
have to take a pass on that.
Yeah, the concept.
You know what?
I get the concept is kind of.
I don't see why not. If you can eat every part of the pig and almost every part of the chicken.
All right. I've
No.
never had a pig's cheek, and I'm certain I've never had its behind. So
Boston butt.
Yeah, Boston butt is the.
Actually,
In other words, they called it a. Yeah, I just keep. I'm not gonna say it, but the Boston butt is a
no, it's
pig
actually
behind.
not. But I just did that just to aggravate Ray.
I'm from
Actually, the ham is more of the leg and the gluteus maximus. I mean, think about
They
rump
don't
roast.
advertise pig asshole in the store.
yeah.
Okay.
Think about that. You
You
get rump
know,
roast, don't you?
No.
you ever see- you ever seen people eat chicken feet though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can eat chicken feet, you can eat the back of the
Uh
chicken.
huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a pass. I'm certain people do, but
Well, the back, it has meat on it, but not much. But you could actually use meat. I mean, use the back of the chicken to make
you
broth.
Yeah.
would
Well,
you
a
would
lot of
eat.
people do that.
You would actively sit there if somebody put chicken bunghole in front of you, and they were like, "Yum."
No, I said chicken.
Chi-
I said the
Chicken
chicken
back.
back.
Right. That's a different from his butt.
Well,
Well, you ever seen the movie Norbit?
Ray, no one sees
No,
no
no,
butt.
not Norbit. No.
You seen
My son
Norbit?
keeps begging me to let him watch it. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. You watch it on your own. I watch it, Norbit. I've already seen.
Everybody, everybody had a good piece of chicken on their plate, but they gave Norbit the chicken
Yeah,
behind.
chicken butt.
Chicken butt.
What they used to say, the last part they came over the fence.
It's kind of like I've seen people say, "Ooh, pork belly would be so good." I'm like, "Don't you eat bacon?" Yes. Same,
Well, yeah, everybody.
same,
Well,
same cut.
you have turkey bacon,
Well, I'm talking
but
about
everybody.
people who do eat pork, and do most people do eat bacon if they eat pork.
Well, to me, bacon from the pig is actually the real bacon. Nothing against people that like turkey bacon. It just to me, pork bacon is more the
And you
real
also
bacon.
have you also have beef bacon too.
Turkey bacon, all the good stuff.
Oh yeah, turkey
We
bacon.
just had BLTs for lunch too.
Oh.
I hope the bee is the real bee.
Yes, yes, yes. Actual bacon from an
Yeah.
actual boy.
So I got a good little story for you guys. Now, first of all, how many of you are familiar with the medical terminology BM?
Like ball.
Say that again.
The medical. I think Ray would be familiar with it. Medical terminology BM. If a doctor said when a doctor
BM.
comes to you and says, "When was your last BM?" What would you say?
That's none of your
20 minutes
business,
ago.
Doc.
If your physician, hopefully the answer would be sometime either today or yesterday. But okay, it's number two. It's bowel movement. Okay. Now, in my company, we have what we are known as branch managers.
Branch managers, yep.
Yep.
They're
So,
BMs.
yes. So we're trying. So
BM.
yesterday, I'm trying
Yeah,
to get in touch with a branch manager to the office that I have nothing to do with, but their regular technician. They don't have a regular technician right at that moment. So I'm trying to reach out to that office to fix a network issue, and no one's was available. And this is network down is a high priority ticket. Someone's got to get in touch with somebody. And I told my manager I'm still down. I've sent an email to the branch manager. I've doesn't appear like he's online right now, but I did send an email. 5 minutes later, she messaged me. So is that still a no go on the BM? Now here's the thing. I got a bad mind, and my response to her was, "I think that's kind of personal." Just saying,
It happens.
Yeah, when I BM, when did I BM? I don't need to tell my.
it also it's also stand for baby mama, but I don't know. But
Well, So I mean, it's kind of
I'm
well. I
just
mean, it's kind of like if I said SOB. What would you think I'm saying, Mr. Thomas?
Oh, this.
SAB.
SOB.
SOB. Son of a biscuit eater.
No, I might be saying shortness of breath. If I was describing Georgia transparency as a SOB, who would think I was thinking of shortness of breath or SO or the other meaning of SOB?
Oh, by the way, did I tell you guys how much
I
I hate
would
Windows
just
11? Sorry, just thought I'd throw that out there.
Uh,
You'd be surprised at how many acronyms I've heard in the last couple of months.
I'm sure you heard a lot of acronyms. That's kind of why I know you probably know what BM is,
Oh yeah.
and you probably know what SOB is in the medical terms.
Yep.
Yeah, and if I said to you, Ray, that what do you think about that about the SOB with Georgia transparency?
Oh, I know what you were talking about.
Well, I don't. I might be referring to both meanings. Because that one probably would be true on both meanings. Just saying.
but you so I was thinking about something today, and and I think the last conversation I had with Ray, I was telling Ray about her alter ego, Miss Ray,
Uh-huh.
right?
The one that runs the gambling parlor and behind the flower shop.
Yeah, she runs well, use the flower shop as the front, but behind the wall of the flower shop is the illegal gambling ring.
Okay.
Oh, I pictured it downstairs. Like she'd come down the stairs all like with that slit up her dress, and people would stop and be.
Yeah, just like
Right.
Jessica
Because
Rabbit.
that's what you were saying. No.
Then that, yeah, just like Jessica Rabbit. Now, since we have
Yeah.
Heads here, Heads could be like Heads could be like the heavy or the bodyguard. He has a nice trim beard, his hair slicked back in a ponytail, dressed in a suit, and he has a scar across his left eye.
There you go.
Wait a minute. That sounds a little bit too much like Dread.
I mean, and Heads is her bodyguard. He don't let anybody get next to Ray. But for some reason at all, but for some reason at all, you throw a couple of burgers his way, he just forget about her.
What? Wow. Okay. I see how it
Did
is.
she?
Guys.
Did she? Did she get mad for no reason at all? But for that reason, she'll say, "Damn it, what I pay you for?"
Yeah, but those burgers came from Moo and Oink, man. They're too good.
And hey, GJM,
I mean,
how's it
but yeah,
going?
but I mean, but yeah, but there you go. I'm like, heads is how the heavy. Then you also have, if you throw in fraud of the comedy show and wifey, there you go. Those are assistants.
There you
I
go.
don't like that Hazel dropped me for a couple of hamburgers, though.
No, not, I mean, do they have lettuce and tomato and on them?
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. You
Why don't you
don't do
try
it.
it?
I mean,
Oh,
they,
come on. You
I mean,
got to
they,
do chili and coleslaw and
I mean,
onion.
Yeah, if it's
I
good, I
mean, they fixed up with everything on them.
no. I
They fixed up with everything on them.
I like it with I don't know. What's got to be on my burger? It's got to be red onions, mayonnaise, ketchup, lettuce, tomato. Um, what else? I think that'll do.
Pickles.
Bacon, pickles. Yeah.
See, there you
Gonna
go.
drop me for
And
some
then
pickles on a burger. I can't believe this.
Well, here's a good question. When was bacon first added to a burger?
Um,
1929. Who cares?
I care.
I mean, that would be something you have to ask David E. Persons because I keep telling y'all he's been here forever.
Yeah, he probably invented the bacon on the burger.
probably invented the burger.
I told y'all. I think I said on Friday that he sold Lincoln his tickets to Ford Theater.
A&W did it first in 1963.
1963. Wow.
See, there you
Okay.
go.
I was thinking first time I saw bacon on cheeseburger was somewhere either late 70s or early 80s, and it was Hardee's.
Mm.
But
No,
back
it was in Lansing, Michigan. In case you wanted to ask where next. I mean, anything else.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just kind of curious when it was kind of introduced. So A&W did it first. So that's kind of interesting. But like I said, I remember my first seeing my first bacon cheeseburger.
Is these questions that you just said you contemplate and think about, then you go Google?
Yeah, you'd be
Everybody.
surprised. It's just something random in my head pops in my head, and
Who
I'm like,
was the
I
first?
gotta Google it.
Who was the first one to put an egg on a burger, and when?
Oh well, that's a good question. Let's ask that.
You know, the funny thing now that you sit and think about it, I could picture it now. You know, Doc and his wife, you know, they laying in bed getting ready to have a good night's sleep. He'd get up in the middle of the night. She'd ask, "Honey, where you going?" A question just came to my mind. I have to go Google it.
You know, you're not far from that.
Why wouldn't you just use your phone? Your phone. Your foreign. What the hell's a foreign?
He want
because
he want to see it. He wants to see it on the big screen.
exactly, yeah. Who did it first was Louis Lunch in New Haven, Connecticut.
No,
And when did it appear? They said it's called a
you're not
hangover
right.
burger.
You're not right. The first person to put egg on a burger was not that person.
So who was it?
Actually, the guy who invented the hamburger. Everybody just forgot that he put butter and a fried egg on it after he cooked it.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. All right.
Okay, I got a question for you. Who was the first burger? Who was the first person to cut a burger in half?
Me? No, I'm just kidding.
And who got a knife?
Does-
Hey, Froggermania, how's it going?
Oh Lord, he here.
In the
Is he here?
chat. He's in the chat.
Don't
He's-
He needs to hit that like button.
Oh Lord, you mean to tell me his wife he let him off that egg already again?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're talking about food, so he's definitely popped in just to add. But you know,
Because the last time I heard from Frauditomania, he was in his 1984 Monster 626 Star Wars. He was
well, you know,
traveling.
he's studying really hard for his mailroom science degree.
Rob,
Hey, Will, where's my coffee? And it doesn't. And Ray, Hezekiah, if you missed it, some person that's identifying themselves as an attorney is saying that Will is a mailroom attendant that just gets coffee. So we kind of tease Will a little bit about that.
oh, poor Will.
When he said, when he said he's leaving leaving a Korean barbecue.
It's because
We're,
fraud it
Really,
and
are
got
you
kicked
Will?
out.
we're leaving a Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got kicked out of there because soft sis don't like to pay their bills.
Ah.
Yeah. If he was going to lunch with Georgia Trans Battery, they would have gone to a Chinese buffet and they would lock the door before they even got to the door.
He wouldn't have had nothing to start with from the get go if Russell Pigron was
Russell
there.
Pickering would come in with a rolling chair so he could go between one
Everything would be
section
on his shirt. Russell Pickron's shirt would be wearing most of that barbecue.
Yeah,
We
you
all
can
know
tell.
that.
You can tell if he had gone to lunch before he started his auditing.
Yep. He always had a big stain on his shirt.
So yeah,
I mean,
Such an attractive gentleman, that guy. Ugh. Ladies, back off. He's mine.
you paid $200.
oh,
you paid
that's a
$200.
clip. That is a clip. That is a clip.
Why?
You paid $200 for a Korean barbecue. You could have done that at home. You could have put a barbecue grill outside, put whatever you want on the grill, and just got you some barbecue sauce and some Korean
Listen.
ingredients.
Listen, Will, you already married her. You already married her. You don't have to do that anymore.
Hey, Will, and that's coming from a lady. Me and Mr. Thomas did not say that.
And let's be for real. When he say I paid $200, in actuality, you mean she paid $200. He left the $5
Oh
tip.
boy.
Yes, Will is. I believe Will is cheap. He is very cheap. with a capital sheep.
Sheep with a capital E.
He's sheep with a capital CH.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh boy.
I mean, he sure had a lot to say on the Exposers channel, but now that he's saying he spent $200, I'm like, okay, well, it's my turn.
Here's
Give
the thing.
me $200. I will make you Korean barbecue.
Will, who did you take? Who did you
Two-
take to the Korean barbecue? Did you take Russell Picker with you? My goodness.
$200. That's a bill. I mean, come on. I'm like,
Come on. Yeah.
what all did you?
Sounds like, yeah.
I could have done,
He probably took Russell and
like I said, I could have done that for cheaper.
he took Russell Picker on, but probably couldn't do it cheaper because he took Russell and Russell ate everything and didn't give Will anything. Will and Kiki is still hungry.
I think Will's probably gone by now. He's like, nah, I'm good.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
His wife, he probably gave him that side eye, so he had to hurry up and leave.
Probably did. He probably did have to.
Because I told y'all before. Because remember, can you imagine Will and his wife in the car? Will is like that, with his hands frozen at 10 and 2,
Oh my God.
and why she just still talking and talking and talking. He just like, yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Of course, I
Yes,
want to
dear.
redo the bathroom. Of course, I do. I'm excited.
Yeah. I knew this. I
And how
had this conversation.
and she's like, hey, how come you're not wearing the clothes I laid out for you this morning?
I can see that. I can actually see that.
I told you to wear this suit here, and you got in another suit. Look like we're gonna have to pull over and have a conversation.
Oh, hey, Will, you
Actually,
still?
she's probably like, don't hold the wheel at 10 and 2. It's 9 and 3 now.
You know?
Yeah, actually, it is 9-3 because of the airbags.
Yeah, it is 9 and 3.
And you driving too fast. Slow down, son.
And she's probably sitting there saying, "Who are you calling airbag?"
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, he's like, honey, I'm going 35, and the speed limit is actually 40. You're still driving too fast.
No, he's still in 35 and 55, and all the cars
Then he
passing him.
slows down. He slows down, and she's like, "We're never gonna get there. Speed up."
Yeah.
Then again, it is a 1984 Mazda 626. They blow up when they get
Yeah,
past
how
50.
fast can they go?
Right.
It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Yugo. It was like a Yugo, but you had to buy like the brakes and the engine separate and stuff.
Oh gosh.
He wasn't lucky enough that the car that he was trying to get before was an 83 Chevette.
Well, he did want an event.
Yeah, he got the wrong one. He wanted a Corvette, but ended up with a Chevette.
But I do remember those Yugos. I remember it was featured in the movie Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd and
Con los terroristas.
what?
I have
Wow.
no idea.
Con los terroristas.
I'm not doing that on purpose. Hold on. Stupid.
What is going on over there?
I'm serious. He's doing something over there.
The kids are here. I'm trying to entertain them and do this at the same time.
Give them your phone. They'll be fine.
Oh, there you go.
So you what has? You still got both your boys
Yeah.
with you?
We were going to hang out and everything, and I thought I'd just pop in and say hi, hang out with you guys for a few minutes.
Oh yeah. So yes, you never told me your adult beverage you're drinking.
Oh, well, I'm not drinking one, but in the fridge I have a pre-made screwdriver.
Okay.
Canned screwdriver.
Okay. All right.
When he said pre-made screwdriver, he literally means he made it with a screwdriver.
Well, no, the screwdriver itself is handmade. Like, it's metal. I twisted it with a, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, one time, Um, I'll never forget this. It was a few months ago, I think. Um, I was, I woke up early. I was doing my show. I was getting ready to go to work, and Minnie has thought that he would be nice and he would make me breakfast, and it was great. He took a piece of bread, he put it in the toaster, he toasted it nice, he put butter on it, he spread the butter nice, and then he handed me a glass of orange juice with vodka in it. He gave me a screwdriver and didn't know it.
Hey,
I'm like, oh, thank you for pouring me orange juice. Thank you, Dad. I got it from in the back of the fridge. I'm like, wait, where'd you get it from? Wait a minute. I took a sip. I'm like, yeah, this is the
Oh,
wrong
so that
one.
yeah, that's
so
not the
you
way
went
one drink before one
so
work.
you went to so you went to work with alcohol in your breath?
No, no, no. The thing is, I'm not a big drinker, So, like, for example, like I said, I have a can in my fridge now that's a screwdriver. It's been sitting in there for probably
Yeah.
3 months. I bought it when it was on sale, and I never drank it. I bought like 2 of them. That was the one. Is the one I was calling about with him, and then the other one is still in there. I don't drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you that. So that does remind me of what my son did. Uh, at one time, I had a little bit of a bottle of sangria, but I had it. I didn't put it in the fridge. It was just what's in the fridge? I can't remember. But I didn't like you. I don't at the time. I didn't drink a lot, but every now and then I would go get a little sangria because it tastes good. A little bit of alcohol, nothing to get drunk with.
Right.
And one day, my son's like, "Dad, I really like your grape juice."
Yeah.
And I'm
So
like,
wait a minute. You like it?
"What do you mean you like it? What grape juice are you talking about? The one that you have in the cabinet?" Yeah, I got it in the cabinet. I go open up the
Did
cabinet, and
you
yes, I can see where it was not quite as full as it was before. I'm like, "Son, you talking about this? This? Yeah." I'm like, "Son, this is not grape juice. It's not meant for you to drink it." He would come home from school and have himself a glass of grape juice.
do you do you know what sangria? Do you know what sangria
What
means?
does sangria mean?
Sangria is a Spanish drink and it means blood.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
it's like red. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it's blood red. Yeah. Okay. But hey, a sangria is good. It's just you're not going to get drunk off of it. I still wouldn't.
You sure about that?
Well, you have to drink a lot of
Well,
it.
Doc won't. I mean, but maybe the rest of us would.
Well, well, Doc, he wakes up drinking alcohol in the morning.
No,
Sure
no,
does.
He starts off he starts off with a spritz in the morning, probably, if you
no.
don't
Bloody
know.
Mary.
Got a
Bloody Mary.
mimosa every morning.
Bloody
It's like,
Mary.
okay.
Bloody Mary is good because it's more of it's got the tomatoes and stuff in it. So
Well, he says it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so it starts off early in the morning
Yeah,
it
drinking.
he
was.
emails. He emails Fraud or Watch, and he's like, "What time is it over there? I need to know quickly, quickly."
Yeah, speaking of Father Watch, where is he?
He said he had to keep the wife happy. So
He's doing a wheel thing. Okay.
yeah,
One thing he said it was his anniversary. The one who I'm missing that is Nard. What is it? Nard. What's her name? Nard girl's
Yeah,
Jen's
yeah,
world.
yeah, Nerd Girl Jen's World. Yeah.
The nerd girl.
yeah.
Yeah, she was here last
Mhm.
week, and I was hoping that she'd come back today because I was telling her, I'm like, I'm just going by the way how she sounded. I just thought that she was a person with probably like shoulder length, dark hair, and big, huge
What the
glasses.
what?
Big huge what?
Sounds like you said
Big,
big, huge,
huge.
round asses.
No, I said big, huge glasses.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
I did not
horrible.
hear that GL part of it. I'm like, Robert, you might need to behave there, buddy.
I'm horrible at picturing what people look like. I gave up on that long
I'm just,
ago because
I'm. Well, she said I was somewhat close, right, but not with the glasses though.
Not with the glasses. Oh my.
My next, my next guess would have been like, do you look like Velma Dinkley?
why do you think that
That
she
that
looks
probably
like a
would have thrown
grandma?
a. No, I said she. My next one was I'm just going by the way how she sound. I just thought she would have been like Velma. My next guest was like I say Velma Dinkley.
You mean
Well,
Velma from
you know
I
what?
from
know
from?
Velma is not a
At
grandma.
least you were not told that you were the mother of somebody 8 years older than you.
Who told you
A
that?
nurse at the hospital. She thought I was my husband's mother.
Wow. Well, I thought your husband was your
That's
father,
true, you
but
did. He,
I really
yeah,
did because I actually said, "Is that your
yeah, he thought
dad?"
he was my dad. I remember that.
Well, wait a minute.
That was
This is
hilarious. I'm sorry. I died laughing. I did.
so wait.
No, I literally thought that was your dad. I'm like, Ray, is that your dad? But that's my husband. I'm like, uh-oh.
So wait 1 second. Larry Hagman and the lady that played his mother in Dallas, weren't they just like 5 to 8 years apart in age?
I don't
I
know.
don't
All I know
know.
is I was about ready to murder that bitch. I was like, what? I will jump up
The
out of this
the only
hospital
thing,
bed and stab you with my IV. Keep talking.
Well, yeah, well,
well, it's just a simple, honest mistake. I'm
Honest
like, it's bad.
mistake.
It's
I'm so,
well, it was anybody can make. You don't look that old, Ray. I'm like,
well, that's not the half of
you're
it.
not that
That's not the
old.
half of it. Somebody also thought I was my sister's mother.
God, oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I must be looking real horrible lately. But in their defense, this was when I was like super sick. So I could have probably looked like I was 80 at the time. It's plausible. I mean,
You know, when a couple of years ago, before I got my haircut, I had this huge afro, and I got out my car one day going into the store, and my hair was literally blowing in the wind because it was windy here in Florida. And this lady actually stopped to ask me, what is it? Not Hawaiian, but what is it? The
oh, like
bloodline is hairs.
I know what you're saying. The indigenous to Hawaii people, right?
Yes, yes. I said, no, ma'am. Then she just kept going down the line. Well, are you Cuban? No. Are you? I'm like, ma'am, I'm African American. Oh, I was just looking at your hair because your hair, just blowing in the wind. She literally said, I never seen black hair blow in the wind like that.
It's
Now, I didn't know, should I be offended
it's Polynesian.
or should I just
It's
walk off?
Polynesian people that she thought you were Polynesian, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, she kept going all the way down the
Oh my
line
god.
till I had to tell her.
But why did it even matter? Like, just leave you alone. It's like if people aren't sure, they shouldn't even comment. Just stop. Just don't.
so here's a little tidbit information. Barbara Bel Geddes, who played Miss Ewing in Dallas, was born in 1922. Larry Hagman, who played Jr., uh, Miss Ewing's son, was born in 1931.
Why
Okay.
are we? Why does that? What?
I forgot what led me to think about that, but
Is
see,
that
like Robert
is that
said,
the
I get
is
something in
that
my
the lady
head.
that shot Jr.?
Huh? No.
Is that the
No,
lady
Maggie.
That
is
was the
that the lady that
mama.
shot Jr.?
Maggie
Who played
Simpson
mother?
shot him. I thought.
No, Maggie shot Mr. Burns.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, mixing up my
Yeah,
shows.
but see, but
Yeah, Maggie shot
but
Mr.
see, here's the
Burns.
thing. Like you said, something gets in my head. I'm gonna go verify it. I'm gonna go look it up.
Okay, look up who shot Jr.
Oh gosh, who
I
cares?
thought
No,
it was what's her
okay,
name? The
okay,
Like,
one of his
who,
million ex-wives.
okay,
it was
okay.
like a
Now that we
girlfriend or
have a
something like
minute,
that. Who shot Jr. All right, it was Kristen Shepard, Jr.'s sister-in-law and mistress, played
What?
by Mary Crosby, who pulled the
his
trigger.
his sister-in-law and mistress. What type of family we
I
dealing with
know
here?
who sleeps with their sister-in-law.
Apparently, JR did.
That sounds like an adult movie parody that's ready to come to life. I'm like,
Well, that was like I do remember that. That was like a big storyline back then. Who shot JR?
It went well. They did the cliffhanger for the whole summer.
Yeah.
You knocked my vape down.
Do you need to get him?
Get him. Thanks.
That
Leo's
was,
trying to get up. Leo's on me right now, and he's like, "Yeah."
Well, you know,
Making me-
you have to think about it, though. That was like the biggest thing
I know you
on
won't.
television back then.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember
but
my mother being all, you know, sure. Ow, my headphones. I'm sorry. My mother being all invested in that. That and Falcon Crust.
Falcon Crest wasn't as good as Dallas.
I think everybody liked it. You know,
Hmm?
was into that. Who shot Jr. That was the whole. I think everybody was
I
into
tell you
that.
that CBS back in the day had a great lineup. They had Dukes of the Hazard right before Dallas.
I don't know
So it's
where.
like
Just the good old
the Dukes
boys.
of Hazard was like for the kids, and then by 9 o'clock, Dallas would come on. Kids would be going to bed. So yeah, back in the day.
No, I got to watch that with my mom. I got to watch Dallas and Falcon Crest with her.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Minnie has wanted to say hi.
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 What's up, many hairs?
But yeah, but back then I remember. Yeah, because Friday nights I'd stay up late too.
Well,
Are you enjoying your summer, many hairs?
Just say hello.
Hi. I don't know what
I
I
take
should say.
I take that as a yes.
I'm just gonna talk about something that my dad just did.
Oh no.
Okay.
with his
Okay.
pants.
No,
Yeah, tell us, many hairs. Tell us, many hairs. What did your dad just
he made
do?
a
I think we all want to hear
video.
that.
Well, we were like dancing around. I had the idea because like it's an old meme, and so I was like, I should do this as like just a funny thing. And he privated it and he showed me the video. That's all I can really talk about, but bye, I love all of you guys, and I'm gonna give it back to my dad now.
Okay.
Ah, we love you too, man.
Oh, love you too. Love you too, many hairs.
Minnie. All right. Oh, he's hugging me now. All right.
All right.
I see Florida Mania is back in the chat. I
I
guess
guess they
you
got
know
home. Yeah,
his
probably
wifey.
got home.
I guess his wifey let him come back. You
Eagle
know,
Nick out it.
Eagle Nick.
unless
Out
they
it.
What has Eagle Nick been doing lately?
Eagle
Probably-
Nick stuff.
he must. You know he
You know, hanging out under the bridge,
he
being a
Just like,
troll.
yeah, it's
he
okay.
is he is he is literally the troll that hangs out under
Yeah.
the bridge, just like what Ray
Yeah.
said.
Well, here's the thing too about Eagle Nick. I mean, he is very well known by the people of Dothan.
Dude literally said he was gonna run for sheriff. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the
sure
same
you
as
are.
Chili running for governor. We're
Right.
gonna file
I'm
that.
like, if you're gonna run,
We're gonna
if you're gonna run for sheriff, I have beachfront property in Kansas to
right.
sell you.
I'm just going to say this, though. The concept, okay, of Chili running for governor. Now, you and I, all four of us probably agree that's not happening. Yeah, he might run, but he might get one vote. And that's him voting for himself. But
It's like Direct D saying he was gonna run for sheriff. That's just file it under never gonna happen.
yeah,
It's
well, that's never going to happen because
Yeah,
he would be probably fired immediately by the governor because of his criminal history.
he'd have
Because,
to get his stupid ass elected first.
right, and that's just not going to happen. I mean, seriously, all this opponent has to do is show his criminal history, and no one would vote for him. But okay, but let's just
hey,
But
Hey, then
what's
again, you had
scary to me,
AFA trying to run for office.
it's not Chile running for governor and actually winning. Everyone here agree that's not going to happen. What scares me is someone who
Oh,
has the same beliefs as Chile but knows how to present himself in such a way that they could actually win.
Well, what happens, what I see, like, because there was that one, maybe one of you guys will remember, there was that one um, sovereign citizen who legitimately was a politician.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yes, I remember him.
yeah,
And I think what happens is because the general public doesn't know about this like we do, because we watch these videos every day, they hear somebody saying, "Hey, we support the First Amendment, we support freedom of speech, and we support equal rights and standing up for the Constitution." People are like, "Oh yeah, okay, sounds good. Let's vote for that."
But they don't realize what they're voting for is someone who's trying to say that you have a right to travel and that you don't need a driver's license
Right.
because the state can't restrict your traveling. But the state's not restricting traveling. What the state's restricting or is driving, and driving is a
right.
privilege. You can walk from state to state; they're not going to stop you. But
Well, I think it would largely depend on if they did somehow get in, they didn't somehow let their crazy show. It would depend on what they did when they got in office. Like
Right.
the guy who was a sovereign citizen, he tried to implement a lot of sovereign citizen BS into
mhm.
his politics, and it just didn't work.
Right. Nobody
See,
votes
but
for.
the thing is though, I think if a sovereign citizen ever get elected again, I think it'll be really hard for them to govern because they literally have to govern by the Constitution. And the main part of the Constitution they don't like is basically the 10th
Mhm.
Amendment.
But
There you
the
go.
thing about sheriffs and local sheriffs in states is the checks and balances system.
Mhm.
Governors and
Right.
attorney generals and legislatures can remove them from office if they think that
Yeah.
they're just acting with too much misconduct.
Right.
Right. We've
So,
I've
Right.
seen that happen here in Florida with County where that sheriff was fired by the governor. Uh,
Yeah. I know that story very well.
And of course, all of the Florida frauditors are going to say that he got fired because of their efforts to get rid of him in their videos. Yay.
oh yeah, they'll spin it. They'll spin it to hell and
that's
back.
all the
They'll
time.
spend it some
Yes,
type of way.
of course they'll spin it in a heartbeat, constantly.
You may want to put some oil or some WD-40 on that
Right?
For
chair.
real though.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm probably do need to.
I mean, that chair is really loud. I bet you bears sleeping on the other side of the cave can hear that chair.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because I don't sit still. I kind of keep myself moving when I'm sitting
WD
there like
40
this.
is cheaper than a dozen eggs, dude. Just go get some. It
I'll get
works.
some. I'll get it squared away at some point. Probably when I get back from vacation.
That's 2 weeks. The store is open between now and then. I mean,
That's if I decide to go to the store.
then ask your wife to pick it up.
Oh,
I mean, you don't even have to go to the store. You could get somebody to order it and bring it
Just
to
go on
him.
Amazon.
Amazon?
Yes.
Be there like 2
What
days.
what you
Or even
Right?
Walmart.com.
Walmart.
I mean, you don't even have to leave your house.
W
You can have it delivered.
capital
This is the 21st century. You have a magic phone that you just tell it, bring me WD 40, and then it does.
you type in WD-40. That's what it is.
WD-40.
Yes.
I'll
Look
get
at that
some.
stuff,
I'll
Chris.
get
I got
straight
like
away.
3 bottles right now.
Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm like, with that same phone, you can also order your food with that
I
DoorDash
don't
company.
do
And
DoorDash. I refuse to do
so
DoorDash.
expensive.
In
Yeah,
a
Oh
exactly.
my God.
in a way, you're right. You pay more for DoorDash than you do your food order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
I
all
doubt it.
the
Yeah,
fees and the tips and everything, it's like, nah, man, forget it.
Nah, man, yeah, I know those guys got to make their money, but I'm sorry, but I'm where I can get in my truck and drive to wherever and get my food and come back.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather do that anyway. Just drive and go pick it up because you never know what these people would do to your food.
Well,
These door dashers, they do anything to your food.
I can tell you what, some of them actually will tax you the fries.
Phantom tax.
Yeah, they'll tax the fries. Take some fries out from
Yeah.
your bag. And there are cases where they don't actually ever deliver your food. Or they'll get it to your house, take a picture of it, and then pick it up and leave. So, yeah.
True. Or either something may happen, like I seen on the body cam video. The man was door dashing and he got arrested while he was door dashing. The police officer delivered the order to the
Yeah, I
person.
saw that.
Well, I mean, that was nice of the police
I'm,
officer, but at the end of the day, he didn't have to.
I heard about a
he's like, I'm sorry, but I had to arrest your door
I
dasher.
heard about a DoorDasher that had, I don't know if you guys have ever like used Uber Eats or DoorDash, but like when you order something, they like kind of tape the bags closed with a logo thing on their restaurant.
Uh huh. To ensure
This
that
this guy had all the stickers, all the containers for like fries, wrappers for burger. I mean, he had stacks of this stuff for every restaurant. And he was eating people's food and then putting it in new wrappers, new containers, or retaping up the bags and stuff.
oh, that is crazy.
Oh
And
wow.
hey, how's it going, Cool Clearwater?
Hey,
And
cool
Hannah,
Clearwater.
how y'all doing? But
What's up,
yeah,
PCW?
hence why I mean you have to realize these people are contractors. They got a car, they live in the area, they sit and they offer that service. And some are very legitimate people. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do what I'm supposed to do, get this food, bring it to the people, and I want to get my money. I want to earn my money, and but then there are those who think they can take a fry, or who think they can take uh, a uh, take a bite out of the hamburger, or take a sip out of the drink, or whatever they want to do. And we got and talk about someone that might do something like that. Hey, David E. Persons, how's it going,
Hi,
David?
sorry, I didn't have my mic on. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing?
We're
Hello,
doing all
Mr.
right. Yes.
Peoples.
Good to see you. I there's Hez here and Ray and wow, all kinds of people. This is great. Good to see
Yeah.
everybody.
And earlier we had Will in the chat, and we roasted him for a little bit, so you missed out on that.
Will is leaving a Korean barbecue. I wonder why he didn't like it. Like, never mind.
I think it was the check.
Could
He
be.
must have liked it. He paid $200 for it.
Hey, boy, I hope that was really good barbecue.
Right, that was because
No, no,
that was
no,
because he
no,
had
no,
Georgia Trans Battery with him, and that's why the bill was so high.
Oh, okay.
no, no. He had no. His wife paid $200. Let's all remember that.
Well, his wife is a very nice lady, so just don't
Yeah, well,
don't be
we're not
disrespectful.
saying she's not. We're just saying that
We're not saying that she's
yeah, we're
not.
just
You
we gotta find
know,
ways to make fun with
we
that wheel.
Well, that's true.
I'm just saying Will is being cheap.
Oh, you guys like to pick on Will, don't you?
Oh,
Yes.
Will's our buddy, and we
I'm just
do pick
yes.
on Will a bit, but we have to. We have to pick on Will because if we don't, then we'll be the only ones who won't.
Hey guys, I
If
can't.
I'm if I'm
I can't stay very long. I've got to be up super early in the morning, but I did want to stop by and say hi and insult Mr. Thomas a little bit. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know you still haven't told us about your cruise.
well, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, I couldn't get passage on any of them. I couldn't get booked on them, so they just I took a aircraft carrier.
Oh, I thought you came over
I
with
mean, yeah.
What about the Mayflower?
Eric Leifson.
Oh yeah, the Mayflower was the Mayflower was a lot more comfortable.
Leif Erickson.
It really was.
Yeah, you didn't come over. You didn't come over
No,
with Leif
it's
Erickson.
not just it wasn't the Mayflower. He was on the ark.
No, it's dark. Good.
He actually asked, can he sit at the table with Jonah and his wife?
Am I back now? Okay, good. I got dumped there for a second. I'm not sure what happened. That's weird. Can you hear me? Okay, good.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, you guys see that picture I put up? That's my new pen I got Thursday. What do you think?
Oh, that's slick, dude. That's a nice looking pen.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
It's a pen pineapple apple pen.
Very, very nice looking pen.
But I did some prodigious trading and managed to trade for it, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but we're talking about Uber Eats, and we're talking about what's another one?
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
DoorDash.
See, I don't use that kind of service. I don't have any need for it.
You know what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just real quick. It kind of preys on people like me that can't leave the house that often and need those services, and then they up those fees like to where you just almost can't afford it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and there is people who do need it. They're, I think, really ultimately they're designed really for the business environments. For like when the offices cannot leave to go to lunch, they would do DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever else service to run food to them. And you see very, very successful in a big market like New York City, Seattle, Portland, Oregon, where there's a lot of restaurants, and the person and the DoorDasher really just needs a bicycle to do the task.
Well, the one thing I like about Uber Eats and DoorDash is that you can order from anywhere. You're not restricted to just the restaurants that deliver like it used to be in the old days. You can order from just about anywhere and get what you want, which is kind of nice.
That part is nice, but as Ray was saying, it's the fees that's associated with them. For me, it's just not. It's easy for me to get around my area to go get whatever I want than calling DoorDash. Now, I guess DoorDash is probably more economical if you're ordering for a lot of people, like in the office. But when you're ordering for yourself or just for a couple people, it's pricey.
Well, and Ray's right. My wife and I live way out in the country, and DoorDash and Uber Eats won't deliver to where we live, so we have to go into town anyway. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Hey, Cool Clear Water's here.
Yes.
All right.
Hannah, he can hang out for a while, Hannah. It'd be okay.
But wouldn't it be cheaper? Like you say, you go get it yourself. It'd be a lot cheaper, though, right?
So what now?
Yeah, of course it's cheaper to get it yourself. I mean,
it'd be a lot cheaper if you go and get it yourself.
yeah.
Always cheaper to get it yourself.
Yes, it's always going to be cheaper. Yeah.
I used it a couple times when I first moved here before I had a car.
Yeah, that's true. If you didn't have a vehicle, yeah. But then again, if you in bigger cities, hopefully you're close enough to several choices.
Right.
So,
But how's your car come along?
Oh, well, I mean, it kind of works sometimes, so it's all good. The engine works.
Did you pass your emissions test yet?
No.
Oh,
I keep getting rejected or failing.
I'm sorry.
My engine light came on, but it's the car works fine. But the main thing is the electronics. Like when I press the button to unlock the doors, sometimes a door will unlock, sometimes none will unlock, all of them will lock. Sometimes the trunk will open, sometimes it won't. Anything electric is a nightmare except for the radio. It's fine.
I can tell you what may be wrong with that. You might want to get your battery checked or your alternator, one of the two.
Maybe.
yeah. And I was going to say, like for me personally, with the DoorDash, with Uber Eats, that conversation. There's one restaurant that's within a mile from me at a local golf club. And after that, everything else is probably about 5 miles away, and then further. So, and although I don't live in a big city, I don't live far out from the main town, and that's kind of the point I'm making though with the big cities, say they've got a bunch of restaurants very close to each other, easy to walk to a restaurant uh, and not have to, and actually have a choice. Just
So
my two.
my
No, I
kids are
mean,
waiting for me in the other room, so I'm gonna go. I just wanted to stop in and say hi and show my support and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, see
Hey,
you bright and early Monday, yes.
yes.
See you Monday morning,
All
Hezekiah.
right. Take it
see you
easy,
later,
guys.
Hez.
Bye. See
All right,
ya.
guys, have fun.
All right. How
All
do I
right,
get
take
out of
care,
here?
guys.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
used to StreamYard. This is weird to me.
yeah, just exit out. So only thing I can say. So.
It's a top left or top right. It's a
Oh,
leave
thank
button up
you.
there. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Where it says leave.
I know if it's dealing with Doc's bar that we're supposed to be sitting in, it says get the hell out.
Well, this is supposedly a virtual bar. This is supposed to be where what having basically general conversation about whatever suits our fancy. And so far, that's what we've been doing this evening. So start off.
I know we I know we've been talking about anything almost everything.
Whoa.
What happened?
Someone.
I think we'll.
One just said,
Mr.
Sounded like he
Thomas, you
was
there?
Yeah, he's here.
sounded like he was eating his
yes, I'm
microphone.
here.
Yeah, I thought somebody ate.
Oh no, I'm
Okay.
here. Can you can you
Yeah,
hear
Yeah,
me
we can
now?
hear you now.
Yeah,
Ball.
No, what I was saying is we just been talking about anything and everything.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I want. What I was foreseeing with this channel. Instead of trying to come up with a subject matter every episode, or have a generalized conversation about whatever fancies us. You know, like in fall, Robert,
But
I
I
think we're
think
going to go into a lot of football discussions, right?
but I think this is a
Uh,
good a good platform. Like you could just talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, yes. You know, there might be some discussions I might say that let's steer away from. But other than that, yeah, I want people having fun, good time. To just we're just gonna talk about whatever. We'll make fun of certain personalities on YouTube. We might make fun of certain personalities in real world, in real life.
What, you mean there are personalities on YouTube that we should make fun of? That's interesting.
You know, yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, that we make fun of.
I'm like almost everybody that's on panel tonight. I mostly said something
Well,
about.
Oh
that's true. And we're going
yeah,
to get for it later.
yeah. The only person that was safe tonight was Ray, and even then, you kind of pick on her a little bit.
of course he does.
I mean,
Yeah.
David wasn't here earlier for the things I said. I won't mind repeating.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure you will. But yeah,
I mean, but it's all in fun. Because if I'm roasting you in a good way, that means I really like
Oh,
you.
then you must not like me because you.
No, I really do like you, right? It's nothing I could roast you about because you so sweet and
Oh my
innocent,
God.
oh
innocent, and
gosh, oh
He
gosh.
dug
innocent,
himself out of that one, didn't he?
innocent,
I'm sorry.
innocent.
Um,
No, listen. I said
what?
innocent,
How far?
innocent in air quotations.
You know it's rude there, man, Rob. We know she is not sweet and innocent.
I mean, I'm like, okay, let's say sweet and innocent in air quotations.
I'm not going to say a word. I'm loving watching Rob try to get himself out of this.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
serious.
interested too how this is gonna go. How this.
I mean,
Rob, hey, Rob, insert
nine times.
open mouth, insert foot, buddy.
You know what, Rob? I really like you too. I think you're a cool guy.
Rob,
I like you
Rob,
too.
I like
I
you as
really
well,
do.
buddy.
Yeah, I like you too. I like you too, Doc. That if you don't have a water glass full of liquor.
Or a girly bear.
See, I like David
Oh
too.
yeah.
I like David too. Even though he was around when the first Continental Congress came together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well, at least, yeah.
I
you know
mean,
what he did with the co-star, right?
I think that David is a very intriguing, deep person that I think anybody would get to like enjoy getting to know.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we know what David did with the Coast Guard, right?
No, what did I do?
He
No,
guarded the
he was
coast.
actually the guy that.
Oh, he just left.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness! Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, he went backstage. He went backstage. Let me see.
I'm like, did you throw him out the
No, I
bar?
know. I'll give him a couple minutes.
I hope I didn't upset him. Like I didn't.
He must have got disconnected. Let me add him back in. But David, you know what he
I
did with
don't
the
know
Coast
what's
Guard?
going on. I keep losing the connection. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting dumped.
It's
Oh,
this dang restream. That's what it
Okay,
is.
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, David, he was the guy that controlled the whales when they went out on their ships. Yeah, the
Mhm.
whales.
Did you hear what I said about you?
You know,
No, I didn't.
I said that I think you're a very deep and intriguing person, and it would be like really great to get to sit down and get to know you
Oh, cool. Thank you. You
because
too.
you're very like
you know
layered
what?
and you're very intelligent. And I think having just a normal conversation with you, like over dinner, would be like excellent. I think it would be a great time. You know?
Thank you, Ray. We'll have to see if we can do that online sometime. That could be cool.
Yeah, it would. I think it would.
You,
And speaking of which,
and
Ray,
you know, I like Florida the comedy show, even though I still have to find out if she forget me for dropping a house on her. But
how is she
No,
doing, by the way,
she's
though?
cool. She's so cool. She's a very cool chick. I'll tell you that.
Have you talked to her recently? I know she's been very, very
Yes.
busy.
Yes, I have just actually emailed her back because we exchanged a couple of emails, and I know she was busy with the book thing, so I was leaving her be, you know.
Right.
So she's just trying to.
she wrote a book.
No, she's narrating a book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Let me hold up. She's narrating the book. Can you imagine all if she's saying all of the foul language in the book?
I can totally imagine that. I mean,
I mean, can you imagine that?
yeah, be
Well, we need to
hilarious.
find out
Yeah.
from her what we need to find out
She
from her.
doesn't have to imagine it. She can hear it,
Is what
probably.
the name of the book, because I would definitely would like to get a hold of the audio copy of it.
Well, I think she said it was a 3-book series. It was like spy novels or something. She said they're actually pretty good, but narrating is hard work. You
It
know,
is.
Yeah, you're right. 'Cause you gotta
Right,
get the plane
right.
right and everything.
So,
so
but yeah, when next time you talk to her, tell her that I'm interested in finding out what the titles are and when they are being released, because I would definitely get them from Audible.
okay, I will.
And and I also like Katie Zed and K Far, especially when they getting drunk on Friday nights. I mean, it is her. I'm just waiting for one of them to fall over.
Well,
It's so hilarious when she lose control of the
uh-huh.
buttons.
So, but Mr. Thomas, I'm going to tell you this: the concept of this show came to come because you had said that to him, that getting drunk with Katie said and K-Far. I'm like, well, I know.
Oh yeah, getting drunk with Katie Zed and K Far. She said that the other night.
Yeah, she's starting to call that. I like just the concept of drinks with Doc because I mean that, like I said, this is
But
gonna
you're
be
the only one drinking, sir.
it's not my fault you don't go get
So
something.
I can't.
I mean, we could call it kinda getting drunk with
I
Doc.
literally cannot have alcohol. So
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I,
not everybody drinks, guys. I haven't had a drink in almost 35 years. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you want to kick me out the bar because of that, that's fine. But I'm
now,
just
so you're a designated driver.
yeah.
which
No, we could you don't you can go to the bar, they serve other things than just
which with this
alcohol
crew,
now.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I
Ray,
gotta
with
get
this
someone
with
like
this crew
K-Far.
having a designated driver would
That's on Saturday night, so I don't feel like I'm by myself drinking.
Well, Ray could be the designated driver, David. Ray could be the designated driver. Can you imagine Ray behind the wheel? Then when somebody get in front of her, she'll just cuss at her for no reason at all.
Actually, no, that doesn't happen. It's never happened.
Get the hell out the way!
Okay, well,
I've been like, "What are you doing? What in the hell are you doing?" But I've never like yelled that, you know.
So,
Hey guys, I'm gonna reboot. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think it may be
Okay.
my computer.
Yeah.
no worries. I'll put you back.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
you're very right. I don't know who we have, if we have Vicky or Hannah, but
Yeah.
those she told me what it's like, and it's constantly like redos, and if they
Mhm.
don't like one word you said wrong, you have to just do the whole thing. It's such a difficult thing to do, and I have nothing but admiration for her doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little idea what's going on because how many times I'm reading my own stuff or reading another story, short story, and I have to really break it down in segments when I was doing the readings because it was easy. Okay, I'm reading this segment here, and if I mess up, I got to redo the whole segment. So if you try to read initially, I tried to read the whole page, and of course, by the time you got done with the whole page, you mess up at the end, and you have to go redo the whole thing. So
Yep.
I started thought for that is to start doing paragraphs.
Right. Well, some of it
And
can be edited. You know, there's a lot of editing that goes on, but at the same time, there's a lot of redo, and it's just it wears. You know, it's not
yeah,
easy stuff. I have just hats off to anybody that does that
yeah,
because
but yeah, and I could only imagine how it's like with a novel. I
yeah.
could do it. There's no way in the world. Yeah, it might be my own
Can
words,
you
but
imagine narrating Stephen King novels?
oh my goodness. Uh, oh yeah, I could imagine it. And as the kid walks
You
into
know
the
what'll be
room,
good?
throws his watch out. Oh wait, what's supposed to be?
Oh,
You
how
know,
long they are?
you know what'll be, you know what'll be really hilarious to me to hear Doc narrate
Okay, well,
the book 50, the book 50
Oh
Shades of
yeah.
Grey.
Oh yeah.
That'd be hilarious just to hear Doc in his South Carolina accent just narrate that book.
When I saw the Red Room, I was so surprised. I was like, "Oh my goodness, you need church."
Well, good. You're like, well, good Lord, Fitty D. I didn't know they did this.
That's how I would picture it. He changed the whole thing, like, "Oh, sir, you need church. You need Jesus in your life."
No, no, I can hear Doc right now. I can't read this. I can't read this. You paying me how much? Oh, of course, I can read it even more better like that. You want it with more enthusiasm? Because I can say these words with
He'll even add in all this heavy breathing and stuff. Like,
You want me to you want me to sound you want me to sound like an umpteen phone
that
call?
would be Russell picking one that would be adding the breathing in.
David is back, y'all. David is back. I guess he rebooted his IBM.
Yes, I did.
David, we're talking about if Doc were to narrate 50 Shades of Grey
Hmm.
in
That
his
would be
southern
interesting.
accent.
Yeah, that would be different for sure. Doc, it would be. I think your life would be more interesting for sure.
Yeah, it might give you some ideas. Your poor wife would be running away, packing suitcases and out the door.
Probably.
I mean, now
Or
come
better
here,
yet,
dear.
or bet, or better yet, or have Doc narrate Fatal Attraction.
Oh,
You boil the as she boils the little girl's rabbits.
Ooh, I tell you, that's some goodies there.
I
Some
could
bold
picture
rabbit.
him giggling just like he did now, but he's
I
narrating.
was just thinking that.
Yeah, he starts giggling when they're spoiling the rabbit.
No, 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 no. See, too bad I didn't think about it when Hez is here. Just imagine Hez narrating 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Grayer, the second book.
But with Voodoo's voice.
Hold on one second. I got someone outside my door that wants to come inside. Hang on one second.
I guess it's the cat that
No,
we
I
came
think he should
home.
really give his wife a key. I mean, come on.
I guess wifey was scratching at the door ready to come in. Honey, can you let me in?
That was one of my cats fussing.
He's like, I'm busy. I'm doing a live stream. You got to wait out there.
I did close the door for that purpose, so
I mean,
she was getting loud.
see, at one point, I didn't know Ray had a cat till one day I was watching the Hands' live stream, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that a cat in our window?
Yeah.
I didn't, because the cat just, I'm like, I didn't know that. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a cat? Because the cat was just sitting there, Leo was just sitting there, just calm, just looking out the window. And it took a while for Leo to move. I'm like, oh, okay, so the cat is
Yeah.
real. I thought it.
He is not a statue. He is real.
Leo's a real cat. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh goodness. But we've been doing this for over 2 hours tonight. It's been a fun night, guys. I mean, I really enjoyed our conversations. We've had all kinds of different conversations.
The cat do too. I hear me.
The cat just came in.
Okay, guys. How do you teach a pig to write?
Oh no! How do you teach a pig?
How do you teach a pig to write?
You get him a pen. Yeah. Ray was close.
Okay, I get it.
All right, here we go. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Cargo.
What?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Now, David, car does not go who, and owl goes who. Car goes beep beep.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. I had to start it, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you just now got that one, Mr. Thomas?
No, I got it. I just wanted to throw it back, but I got it.
Well, I was going to tell you guys a time travel joke, but you guys liked it.
Oh, gee.
Actually, what the punchline is, I was wanting to tell you guys a time travel joke, but you didn't like it. But you liked it. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be a better punchline with that? But you didn't like it.
Okay.
I do want to look at this at David's picture a little bit closer, guys. I mean, to me, that looks like a face. Doesn't that look like a face?
I had this. Well, if you squint your eyes, I guess it's what Jesus.
Yeah, if you look at it one way, it's the face of Jesus. If you look at it another way, it's a bunch of soldiers. It's one of those.
Yeah,
but it was far away. I just thought it was like an abstract Jesus. I didn't even see the soldiers.
Yeah, you have to look at it kind of carefully to get the soldiers.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, man, that's a cool picture. Right? We have to kind of highlight that one for a moment.
I thought that was pretty cool. I saw that and kind of, It took me a minute too. I was like, man, I get it now. Wow. I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty is. It's pretty is. I was about to say something, but I think I just hold on to it for later.
All right, you guys, I'm going to have to run.
Yeah, I was going to get ready to wrap this up too. So,
me too.
So let's do this. Let me put my little exit music. Got anything you want to plug? No? Yes?
Mr. Thomas's jokes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Miss Ray,
Ooh, David, I'm going to come back.
Before you get offline, hang out for 1 minute after the show, if you don't mind, please. David, anything you want to plug?
Who, me?
Miss
Nope.
Ray.
I'm good.
And Mr. Thomas, well, you don't have anything to plug, right?
I just want to say, just have a nice weekend, and just be nice to each other.
Blessings, everybody.
Yeah, good night. And everybody, next Saturday night, 7 p.m., we're going to have another Drinks with Doc. Until next time, take care of yourselves.